Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you a quick way to have a multi-angle prop or a multi-state prop basically, because it's not just for multiple angles. In this particular demo I've created 5 frames of a sequence. It's just basically like a shake character, you know, type of like a face type of thing. I numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just so you can kind of get an idea of which image was created where. Now you don't actually have to do this in Flash. Now this particular technique will work with whatever images you have. You can do them in Photoshop or any other program you have. The idea is just to have multiple images. And what I've done is I've exported these 5 frames into 5 individual movies or SWF files. And what I'm going to do is, since I have 5 different images, I'm going to drop my very first one directly into CrazyTalk Animator, go into Character Composer, and we'll open up the Sprite Editor, and we'll just drop the remaining ones. There's number 2, there's number 3, there's number 4, and there's number 5. Now there's obviously a little bit of interpretation issue here, because this really has to do with more with the way that you draw stuff in Flash and the way it interprets it. I'm just going to go in here, shape, optimize. Just going to optimize it a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Modify shape. This only applies to Flash, and it only happens when you just draw randomly complex objects. I'm going to re-export this one. File, export image legacy. Yes, we'll replace it. We'll do number 5 again. File, export image legacy, and we'll do number 5 right there. Replace, yeah. Alright, so let's see if we can try those again. So there's number 4. It still didn't read it correctly. There's number 5. See, that one read it a little bit better. So I'm not going to delve too much into that. Suffice it to say that if you're into those type of issues, it's just a matter of you going in there and optimizing it. Obviously, drawing all random and crazy like I've done in here, it's going to lead to those type of random effects. So just kind of, you know, draw cleanly, I guess. But all right, so that's not the point of the tutorial. I'm going to go back here. So now when I go into Sprite Editor, you can see that at any time I could just select the sprite that I want to be displayed at any time. So theoretically this could be used to create a table that allows you to change the angle of that table, or a candlestick, or a character, or any kind of object that you need to have multiple states. Some of these states could even be animated. So that's another plus to being able to do this thing. Now, technically that's all you need, but we're going to go into bonus round here. I'm going to show you something a little bit more useful in addition to this. So we're going to go back to our front frame here. And I'm in my timeline. And in the timeline, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to frame 1. And I'm going to make sure that one is enabled. Frame 2, I'm going to switch to number 2. Frame 3, I'm going to switch to number 3. Frame 4, state number 4. Frame 5, number 5. So technically we're creating an animation on the timeline, but that's technically not what we want. We're going to use the collect clip option. Actually, we're not going to even do that. We're just going to open that up just for the sake of being able to select each frame at a time. We're going to select one frame here, and we're going to right click, add to action menu. We're going to call it he's looking to his left. And frame number 3, we're going to call this one add to action menu. We're going to call it face forward maybe. Number 3, we're going to call it look right. Number 4, we're going to call it look right and down, maybe. You can name these whatever you want, whatever's going to make things easier for you. And the last one, we're going to call it look down. Okay, so we have saved exactly 5 different states to our action menu, and we're going to do one more. We're going to get this entire clip here, and this is going to be the entire sequence of it playing like this. We're going to save it, and we're going to call it Go Crazy. Alright, so we have 6 states saved in our project. We can remove these animations now so that in future projects we can actually save this. Let's see here, remove animation. Alright, so we don't even have to go into the prop editor now, the Sprite Editor. We're just going to go, okay, let's see here. Frame 1, we want it to start here. Action menu. All of our actions are already created for us, so we want it to look left. And then on frame 10, we want him to look to the right. On frame 20, we want him to look down maybe. There you go. And on frame 30, we want him to go crazy. And let's do it a couple more times. Just so it lasts a little long. Alright. So there you go. We hit play. And that is how you do that. In addition, any animation that you make, you can even do that one. Add to action menu. We're going to call it whole thing. So this entire sequence of events that I've established on the timeline can be added as an action. Save it. Alright, we'll remove the animation. So now we're going to frame 1. And we're going to start with the whole thing. Boom. And then it stops right there. And of course, you know, because it's like a pre-built animation that we added, we can loop it. We could have also done this with that going crazy animation, I'm sure. So let's see here, action menu, go crazy. See, there it is, and we'll just loop it a bunch of times. Boom, 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 boom. So there you go. There's all sorts of fun little things that you can do. So feel free to experiment. Let me know if you discover something new that you can use with this feature. Any other questions? Also, feel free to post it in the forums, at the Reallusion forums, in the CrazyTalk Animator users group, or send me an email. You can find me at my website, sinistarinteractive.com. See ya.